महला पहला बसंत हिंडौल कर दूजा, एक ओंकार सतगुर प्रसाद। साल ग्राम बिप पूज मनाभ, सुकृत तुलसी माला। राम नाम जप बेड़ा बांधो, दया करहु दयाला। काहे कलरा सिंचहु जन्म गवावहु, काची टहग दिवाल काहे गच लावहु रहाओ। You worship and you believe in your stone god, O Brahman, and you wear your ceremonial rosary beads. Chant the name of that Vaheguru, that one divine God. Build your boat and pray, O merciful God, please be merciful to me. Why are you irrigating the barren alkaline soil? You're wasting your whole life. This wall of mud is crumbling. Why do you even bother to patch it with plaster? Pause, let your hands कर हर हट माल टिंड परोवहो, तिस पीतर मन जो वह। अमृत सिंचो परहो क्यारे, तो माली के हो वह। काम क्रोध दुए करहो बसोले, गोढ़ो तरते पाए। जो गोढ़ो तो तुम सुख पावो, किरत न मीठया जाए। बगुले ते पुन हंसला होवै, जे तू करहे दयाला। प्रणवत नानक दासन दासा, दया करहो दयाला। Make your hands the buckets strung on the chain, and then yoke the mind as the ox to pull it, and draw the water up from the well. Irrigate your fields with the ambrosial nectar of Nam, and you shall be owned by the God, the gardener. Let wanton desires and anger be your shovels to dig up all the filth of your farm. O siblings of destiny, the more you'll dig this farm, the more peace you'll find. Your past actions cannot be erased. The crane can be transformed into a swan if you so will, O merciful God. O Nanak, I pray, I am the slave of your slaves. O merciful God, have mercy on me. बसंत महला पहला हिंडौल, साहुरड़ी वथ सब किछ साझी। पेवकड़ै तन वखे, आप कुचजी दोष न देउ, जाना नाही रखे। मेरे साहिबा हूँ आपे परम पुलाणी, अखर लिखे से गावा, अवर न जाना बाणी रहाओ। In the house of husband God, the world thereafter, everything is jointly owned. But in this world, in the house of soul bride's parents, the soul bride owns them separately. She herself is ill-mannered. How can she blame anyone else? She does not even know how to take care of these things. Oh my God and Master, I am deluded by doubt. I sing the word which you have written. I do not know any other word. Pause. काढ़ कसीदा पहरे चोली, ता तुम जानो नारी। जे कर राखे बुरा न चाखे, होवै कंत प्यारी। जे तू पढ़या पंडित बीना, दुए अखर दुए नावा। प्रणवत नानक एक लंघाए, जे कर सच समावा। She alone is known as God's bride, who embroiders her gown in the name of God. She who preserves and protects the home of her own heart and does not taste any evil is the beloved of her husband God. If you are a learned and wise religious scholar, then make a boat of the letters of Vaheguru's name. I pray, O Nanak, the one God shall carry one across if one merges in the true God. बसंत हिंडोल महला पहला, राजा बालक नगरी काची। दुष्टा नाव प्यारो, दुए माई दुए बापा पढ़िए। पंडित करो विचारो, स्वामी पंडिता तुम देहो मति। किन बिद पावो प्राणपति रहाओ। पीतर अगन बना सपत मौली सागर पंडय पाया। चंद सूरज दुए कर ही पीतर ऐसा ज्ञान न पाया। राम रवंता जानिए इक माई भोग करे। ताके लखण जानिए है खिमा तन संग रहे। कहया सुने ना खाया माने तिना ही सेती वासा। प्रणवत नानक दासन दासा खिन तोला खिन मासा। This human body is like a king in a perishable body and moves like a child all over the praise, having developed love for 5 vices like egoism. O Pandit, let us ponder over the state of this mind carefully, which weighs everything, having seen with the 2 eyes and heard with the 2 ears. O Master Pandit, show us the right path towards the attainment of husband God, who is the protector of our lives. Pause. The human being has not attained the knowledge of God, who enables the vegetable world to blossom in spite of the heat within, and has controlled the oceans through his will, alongside the 2 great light lamps of sun and the moon, which illumine the whole universe. People who overpower the worldly falsehood Maya should be considered as having merged with true God. Such a person develops these noble qualities of forgiveness and unity of the will, and amasses a treasure in their character. This mind lives with those who do not listen and do not admit what they eat. O Nanak, I pray, the slave of God, slave. One instant this mind is huge, and the next instant it is tiny. Basant Hindol Mahilla Pehla Sacha Sah Guru Sukhdata Har Mele Pukh Gavaye Kar Kirpa Har Pragat Didaye Andin Har Gun Gaye Mat Pule Re Man Chet Hari बिन गुरमुखत नाही त्रैलोई गुरमुख पाये नाम हरि रहाओ। बिन पगति नहीं सतगुर पाये बिन पागा नहीं भगत हरि बिन पागा सतसंग न पाये कर्म मिलाए हरि नाम हरि। The Guru is the true banker. He is the giver of peace. He is the one who unites us with God and satisfies our hunger. Granting His grace, He implants the devotional worship of God within us. Day and night we sing glorious praises of God. O my mind, do not forget that one divine God. Keep Him in your awareness. Without the Guru, no one can be liberated. The Gurmukh obtains the God's name. Pause. Without devotional worship, the Satguru, the true Guru, cannot be obtained. Without good destiny, devotional worship of God is not obtained. Without good destiny, the Satsangat, the true congregation, is not obtained. By the grace of one's good karma, the God's name is received. Kat kat gupato paye vekhay Paragat Gurmukh Sant Jana Har Har Karai Suhar Rang Peene Har Jal Amrit Naam Mana Jinko Takat Milay Vadiyai Gurmukh Se Pardhan Kiye Paras Pet Paye Se Paras Nanak Har Gur Sang Thiye. In each and every heart that Vaheguru is reciting, He creates and watches over everyone. He reveals Himself in the humble, saintly Gurmukhs. Those who chant the name of God, Har Har, are drenched with God's love. Their minds are drenched with ambrosial water of Naam, the name of God. Those who are blessed with the glory of God's throne, such Gurmukhs are renowned as supreme. Touching the philosopher's stone, they themselves become philosopher's stone. They become the companions of God, the Guru. बसंत महला तीजा कर पहला दुक्त के कुंकार सतगुर प्रसाद महारुति में सद बसंत, जित हरया सब जी जंत। क्या हो वाखा किरम जंत, तेरा किन्ने न पाया आद अंत। तै साहिब की खरहै सेव, परम सुख पावे आत्म देव। रहाओ कर्म होवै ता सेवा करै, गुर प्रसादी जीवत मरै। अनदिन साच नाम उचरै, इन भिद प्राणी दुतर तरै। Throughout the months and all the season, the Vaheguru is always in bloom. He rejuvenates all beings and all creatures. What else can I say? I am just like a worm. No one has found your beginning or your end, O Vaheguru. Those who serve you, O God, they obtain the lasting peace. Their souls are so divine. Pause. If the God is merciful, then the mortal is allowed to serve him. By Guru's grace, he remains dead while yet alive. Night and day, such a mortal chants the true name, and in this way crosses over this worldly ocean. बिख अमृत कर तार पाए, संसार बिरख को दुए फल लाए। आपे करता करे कराए, जो तिस पावे तिसै खवाए। नानक जिसनो नदर करे, अमृत नाम आपे दे। बिख्या की बासना मनहि करे, अपना पाणा आप करे। Both poison and nectar are created by the Creator. He has also attached two fruits to the world plant. He himself is the doer, the cause of all. He himself feeds all as he pleases. O Nanak, when the Creator casts his glance of grace, he himself bestows his ambrosial Naam, and the desire for sin and corruption is ended. The God himself carries out his own will. बसंत महला तीजा, राते साच हर नाम निहाला। दया करो प्रभु दीन दयाला, तिस बिन अवर नहीं में कोई। ज्यों पावै त्यों राखै सोए, गुरु गोपाल मेरे मन पाए। रह न सकूं दर्शन देखे बिन, सहज मिलो गुर मेल मिलाए। रहाओ एह मन लोभी लोभ लुभाना, राम बिसार बहुर पछताना। बिसुरत मिलाए गुर सेव रांगे, हर नाम दियो मस्तक वड पागे। Those beings who are attuned to true God's name, they remain happy and exalted. O Vaheguru, take pity on me, be merciful to me. Without him, I have no other at all. As it pleases his will, he keeps me. The Guru, the God, is pleasing to my mind. I cannot even survive for an instant without his blessed vision. If he unites me with his union, I can effortlessly unite with the Guru. Pause. This mind is very greedy. It is always enticed by the greed. Forgetting the dear God, it regrets and repents in the end. The separated ones are reunited when they are inspired to serve the Guru. They are blessed with God's Naam. Such is the destiny written on their foreheads. पौन पाणी की दे शरीरा, हों में रोग कठिन तन पीरा। गुरमुख राम नाम दारू गुण गाया, कर कृपा गुर रोग गवाया। चार नदियाँ अग्नि तन चारे, तृष्णा जलत जले अहंकारे। गुर राखे वड पागी तारे, जन नानक उर हर अमृत तारे। This body is made from air and water, and it is afflicted with the terribly painful illness of egoism. The Gurmukh has the medicine, singing the glorious praises of God's name, Granting his grace, the Guru has cured the illness. The four evils are the four rivers of fire flowing through this body. It is burning in desire and burning in egoism. Those whom the Guru protects and saves, they are very fortunate. O Nanak, I am your servant, enshrining the ambrosial name of God in my heart. बसंत महला तीजा हर सेवे सो हर का लोग साच सहज कदे न होवै सोग मन मुख मुए नाही हर मन माहे मर मर जम्मै भी मर जाहे से जन जीवे जिन हर मन माहे साच समाले साच समाहे रहाओ. Those who serve the God, they are God's people. They dwell in intuitive peace and never suffer in sorrow. But the self-will manmukh, he remains dead. The God is not within his mind. They die and again and are reincarnated only to die one more time. They alone are alive whose minds are full with the God. They contemplate the true God and they are absorbed in true God. Pause. Harana sevai te harte dur disantar pavai sir pavai tur har ape jan liye laye tin sada sukh hai dil na tamaye nadar kare chuke abhiman sachi dargah pave मान हर जियो विखै सद हजूर गुर कै शब्द रया भरपूर जी जंत की करे प्रतपाल गुर प्रसादी सद संभाल दर साचै पत स्यों कर जाए नानक नाम वडाई पाए. Those who do not serve the dear God, they are far away from him and they wander in foreign lands with dust thrown on their heads. The God himself enjoins his humble servants to serve him. They live in peace forever and have no greed at all. When the God bestows his glance of grace, egoism is eradicated. Then the mortal is honored in the court of true God. He sees the dear God always close at hand, ever present. Through the word of Guru Shabad, he sees the God pervading and permeating everywhere. The God is supporting all beings and all creatures. By Guru's grace, let us contemplate on him forever. You shall go to your true home in God's court with honor, O Nanak. Through the Naam, the name of the God, you shall be blessed with glorious greatness. बसंत महला तीजा अंतर पूजा मनते हुए एको वेखै अवर ना कोए दूजे लोकी बहुत दुख पाया सतगुरु मैनू एक दिखाया मेरा प्रभु मोलिया सद बसंत इह मन मोलिया गाए गुण गोबिंद रहाओ. Those who worship the one God within their mind, they see the one and only divine God and no other. People who are in duality, they suffer terrible pain. The true Guru, Satguru, has shown me that one divine God. My divine God is in full bloom forever in spring. This mind blossoms forth singing the glorious praises of Vaheguru, the God of the universe. Pause. गुर पूछो तुम करो विचार ता प्रभु साचे लग गए प्यार आप छोड़ो ए दासत पाए तव जग जीवन वसै मन आए भगत करे सद विखै हजूर मेरा प्रभु सद रहया भरपूर इस भगति का कोई जाने पियो सब मेरा प्रभु आत्म देओ आपे सतगुरु मेल मिलाए जग जीवन स्यों आप चितलाए मन तन हरिया सही सुभाए नानक नाम रहे लिव लाए. Let us ask our Guru and reflect upon his wisdom. Then we can be in love with the true divine God. Let us abandon our self-conceit and be his loving servant. Then this life of the world shall come to dwell in your mind. Worship that divine God with devotion and see him always ever present, close and nearby. My divine God is permeating and pervading all. Only rare few know the mystery of this devotional worship. My Vaheguru is the enlightener of all souls. The true Guru himself unites us with his union. He himself connects us, our consciousness, to Vaheguru, the life of the world. Our minds and bodies remain rejuvenated with effortlessness. O Vaheguru, through the Naam, the name of God, we remain attuned to the string of his love. बसंत महला तीजा भगत वचल हर वसई मन आए गुर कृपा ते सहज सुभाए भगत करे विचों आप खोए तद ही साच मिलावा होए भगत सोए सदा हर प्रभ द्वार गुर कै हेत साचे प्रेम प्यार रहाओ भगत करे सो जन निर्मल होए गुर शब्दी विचों हो मैं खोए हर जियो आप वसै मन आए सदा शांत सुख सहज समाए. That God is the lover of his devotees and he dwells within their minds by Guru's grace with intuitive ease. Self-conceit is removed through devotional worship and one meets the true God. His devotees always remain beautiful at the door of Vaheguru's court. Loving the Guru, they have love and affection for the true God. Pause. Such humble beings who worship Vaheguru with devotion, they become immaculate and pure. Through the word of Guru Shabad, egoism is eradicated from within. The dear God himself comes to reside within their mind, and the mortal remains immersed in peace, tranquility, and effortless equipoise. साच रते तिन सद बसंत मन तन हरिया रव गुण गोविंद बिन नावै सुकाल संसार अगन तृष्णा जलय वारों वार सोई करे जे हर जियो पावै सदा सुख शरीर पाणे चित लावै अपना प्रभु सेवे सहि सुभाए नानक नाम वसै मन आए. Those who are imbued with the truth, they are forever in bloom of spring. Their minds and bodies are blossom, uttering glorious praises of God of the universe. Without Vaheguru's Naam, this world remains dry. It burns in the fire of desire over and over again. Those who only do such deeds which are pleasing to dear God, their body is forever at peace and their consciousness is attached to Vaheguru's will. They serve their God effortlessly. O Nanak, the name of God comes to abide in their mind. Basant mahalla tija माया मोह शब्द जलाए मन तन हरिया सतगुर पाए सफल्यो बिरख हर कै द्वार साची बाणी नाम प्यार ये मन हरिया सही सुभाए सच फल लागे सतगुर पाए रहाओ आपे नेड़े आपे दूर गुर कै शब्द वेखै सद हजूर छाव कणी फूली बन राए गुरमुख बिकसै सहि सुभाए. Attachment to Maya is burnt by the word of the Shabad. This mind and body are blossomed by the love of true Guru. The tree bears fruit at Vaheguru's door in love with true Bani of Guru's word and the Naam, the name of Vaheguru. This mind is rejuvenated with intuitive ease. Loving the true Guru, it bears the fruit of truth. Pause. that Vaheguru is near and is far away. Through the word of Guru Shabad, we can see him ever present, close at hand. The plants have blossomed forth, giving a dense shade. The Gurmukh blossoms forth with intuitive ease. Andin kirtan karhe din raat, Satgur gawai vichahu jhoot parad. पर पंच वेख रह्या विस्माद, गुरमुख पायै नाम प्रसाद। आपे करता सब रस भोग, जो किछ करे सोई पर होग। वड्डा दाता तिल ना थमाए, नानक मिलियै शब्द कमाए। Day and night, such beings sing kirtan of God's praises. The true Guru drives all the sin and doubt from within them. Gazing upon the wonder of God's creation, I am wonderstruck and amazed. The Gurmukh obtains the Naam, the name of the God, by His grace. The Creator being Himself enjoys all the delights. Whatever He is doing happens. He is the great giver. He has no greed. O Nanak, living the word of the Shabad, the mortal meets with the God. Basant Mahilla Tija, Pure Pag Sachkar Kamave, Eko Chete Fir Jo Nave, Safal Janam is Jag Mein Aaya, Sach Naam Sahis Samaya, Gurmukh Kar Karho Livalai, हर नाम सेव हो विचों आप गवाए। रहाओ तिस जन की है साची बाणी, गुर कै शब्द जग माही समाणी। चहु जुग पसरी साची सोए, नाम रता जन प्रगट होए। One starts acting in truth only by perfect destiny, remembering that one God, one does not enter the cycle of reincarnation. Fruitful is the coming of such a being into the world, and the life of those who remain intuitively absorbed into Naam. The Gurmukh acts lovingly attuned with Vaheguru, dedicated to his name, and he eradicates self-conceit from within. Pause. True is that speech of that humble being through the word of Guru Shabad. It is spread throughout this world, throughout the 4 ages. Such a humble being gets fame and glory. Imbued with the Naam, the name of God, God's humble servant is recognized. Ik sache shabad rahi livalai, sejन sache sache पाए। साच त्यायन देख हजूर, संत जना की पग पंकज तूर। एको करता वर न कोय, गुर शब्दी में लावा होय। जिन सच सेविया तिन रस पाया, नानक सहजे नाम समाया। There are such beings who remain lovingly attuned to the true word of the Shabad. Such humble beings, they love the true God and they meditate on true God. They behold Him near them, ever present. They are the dust of the lotus feet of humble saints. There is only one Creator God and no one else. Through the Guru's word, union with such a God happens. Whoever serves the true God finds the joy. O Nanak, one is intuitively absorbed in the Naam, the name of the God. Basant Mahilla Tija, Pagat Karhe Jan Dekh Hajur, Sant Jana ki Pag Pankaj Tur, Har Seti Sad Rahe Livalai, Pure Satgur Diya Bujhaye, Dasan ka Das Virla Koi Hoy, उत्तम पदवी पावे सोए। रहाओ एको सेवो अवर न कोय, चित सेवियै सदा सुख होए। नाउ मरै न आवे जाए, तिस बिन अवर सेवी क्यों माए। Vaheguru's humble devotees worship Him and find Him present near at hand. They are the dust of lotus feet of humble saints. Those who remain lovingly attuned to God forever are blessed with the understanding of Satguru, pure true Guru. How rare are such beings who become the slave of God's slaves, and they attain the supreme status. Pause. Let us serve the one God and no other. By serving Him, eternal peace is obtained. He does not die. He does not come and go in reincarnation. Why should I serve any other than Him? O my mother! Sejane sache jini sach pachhaniya aap mar sehje naam samaniya gurmukh naam prapat hoye मन निर्मल निर्मल सच सोए जिन ज्ञान किया तिस हर तू जान साच शब्द प्रभु एक जान हर रस चाखे ता शुद्ध हुए नानक नाम रते सच सोए. True are such humble beings who realize the true God. Conquering their self-conceit, they merge intuitively into the name of God. The Gurmukhs obtain the Naam. Their minds are immaculate and their reputations are immaculate. Know that God who gave you spiritual wisdom, and realize that one divine God through the true word of Shabad. When the mortal tastes this sublime essence of Vaheguru, then one becomes pure and holy. O Nanak, those who are imbued with the Naam, they always remain true. बसंत महला तीजा नाम रते कुल्ला का करे उधार साची बाणी नाम प्यार मन मुख भूले काहे आए नामों भूले जन्म गवाए जीवत मरै मर मरण सवारै गुर कै शब्द साचुर तारै रहाओ गुरमुख सच भोजन पवित्र शरीरा मन निर्मल सदगुणी गहीरा जम्मे मरै नावै जाए गुर प्रसादी साच समाए. Those beings who are imbued with the Naam, the name of God, their generations are redeemed and saved. Their words are true. They love the Naam. Why, the selfful manmukhs who keep wandering around, even coming to this world, they forget the Naam. The mortals, they waste their lives away. Those who die while yet alive, they truly die and embellish their death. Through the word of Guru Shabad, one enshrine the true God within one's heart. Pause. Truth is the food of Gurmukhs. Their body remains pure, their mind is immaculate, and they are forever the ocean of virtues. They are not forced to come into cycle of birth and death again. By Guru's grace, they merge into God. Sacha sevahu sach pachhane, Gur kai shabad har dar nisane. दर साचे सच शोभा हुए निज कर वासा पावे सोए आप पुल सच्चा सच सोए होर सब फूल दूजय पत खोए साचा सेवो साची बाणी नानक नामे साच समाणी. Serving the true God, one is able to realize the truth. Through the word of Guru Shabad, one goes to God's court with the banners flying proudly. In the court of true God, they obtain true glory. They come to dwell in the home of their own inner being. He cannot be fooled. He is the truest of the true. All others remain deluded in duality and they lose their honor. Let us serve true God through the true Bani of His word. O Nanak, through the Naam, let us merge in true God. Basant mahalla teja, bin karma sab param pulai, maya moh bahut dukh pai, मनमुख अंधे ठौर न पाई बिष्टा का कीड़ा बिष्टा माही समाई हुक्म बन्ने सो जन परवाण, गुर कै शब्द नाम निसाण रहाओ। साच रखते जिन्ना तुर लिख पाया, हर का नाम सदा मन पाया। सतगुर की बाणी सदा सुख होए, ज्योति ज्योत मिलाए सोए। Without the grace of good karma, all remain deluded by doubt. In attachment to Maya, they suffer in terrible pain. The blind, selfful manmukhs, they find no place of rest. They are like the maggots in manure, rotting away in there. That humble being who obeys hukum of Vaheguru's command is accepted. Through the word of Guru Shabad, one is blessed with the banner of Naam, the name of Vaheguru. Pause. Those who have preordained destiny, they remain imbued with the Naam. The name of the God is forever pleasing to their minds. Through the Bani, the word of the Guru, eternal peace is found. Through this Bani, one's light merges into the light. Ek naam tari sansar, गुर प्रसादे नाम प्यार। बिन नामे मुकत किनै न पाई, पूरे गुर ते नाम पल्लै पाई। सो बूझै जिस आप बुझाए, सतगुर सेवा नाम दिड़ाई। जिनिक जाता से जन परवाण, नानक नाम रते दर निसाण। Only the Naam, the name of the God, can save this world. By Guru's grace, one comes to love the Naam. Without the Naam, no one obtains liberation. Through the perfect Guru, this Naam is obtained. Only those understand whom that Vaheguru causes to understand. Serving the Satguru, this Naam is implanted within. Those humble beings who know that one God, they are accepted. O Nanak, imbued with the Naam, they go to God's court with His banner in insignia. बसंत महला तीजा, कृपा करे सतगुरु मिलाए। आपे आप वसै मन आए, नीचल मत सदा मन तीर। हर गुण गावे गुणी गहीर, नामो भूले मरहै बिख खाए। वृथा जन्म फिर आवे जाए, रहाओ बहु पेख खरै मन शांत न होए। बहु अभिमान अपनी पत खोए, सेवड़ भागे जिन शब्द पछाड़िया। बाहर जादा कर में आड़िया। That God leads the mortal to meet with Satguru by granting His grace. The God Himself comes to abide in one's mind. All the intellect becomes steady and stable, and one's mind becomes strengthened. One sings glorious praises of God, who is the ocean of virtues. Those who forget the Naam, such mortals, die eating poison. Their lives are wasted uselessly, and they continue coming and going in reincarnation. Pause. They wear all sorts of religious robes, but their minds are never at peace. They remain in their ego and lose their honor. But those who realize the word of the Shabad, they are blessed by great good fortune. They bring their wandering minds back home. कर्मे वस्त अगम अपारा, गुरमत खोजै शब्द बिचारा। नाम नव निध पाई करही माहे, सदा रंग राते सच समाहे। आप करे किछ करन न जाए, आपे पावै लय मिलाए। तिसते नेड़ै नाही को दूर, नानक नाम रह्या भरपूर। Within the home of one's inner self is the inaccessible and infinite substance. Those who find this by following Guru's teachings, they contemplate the Shabad. Those who obtain the 9 treasures of Naam within the home of their own inner being, they are forever dyed in the color of Vaheguru's love, and they are absorbed in truth. God Himself does everything. No one can do anything by himself. When that God so wills, He merges the mortal into Himself. All are near Him. No one is far away from Him. O Nanak, the Naam is permeating and prevailing everywhere. बसंत महला तीजा गुर शब्दी हर चेत सुभाए राम नाम रस रहे अघाए कोट कुटंतर के पाप जल जाहे जीवत मरै हर नाम समाहे हर की दात हर जियो जाने गुर कै शब्द हो मन मोलिया हर गुण दाता नाम वखाणे रहाओ पग में वेश प्रमुखत न हुए बहु संजम शांत न पावे कोय गुरमुत नाम प्राप्त हुए वड पागे हर पावे सोए. Through the word of Guru Shabad, remember the God with love, and you shall remain satisfied by the sublime essence of His name. The sins of millions upon millions of lifetimes are burnt away, remaining dead while yet alive. One remains absorbed in God's name. The dear God Himself knows His own bountiful blessings. This mind blossoms forth in Guru Shabad, chanting the name of God, the giver of virtue. Pause. No one is liberated by wandering around in saffron-colored robes. Tranquility is not found by these kind of disciplines, but by following Guru's teachings. One is blessed to receive the name of the God. By great good fortune one finds God. कल में राम नाम वड्याई गुरु पूरे ते पाया जाई नाम रते सदा सुख पाई बिन नामे हऊ में जल जाई वड पागी हर नाम बिचारा छुटे राम नाम दुख सारा हृदय वस्या सो बाहर पसारा नानक जाने सब पावन हारा. In this dark age of Kaljug, glorious greatness comes through Vahiguru's Naam. Through the perfect Guru, one obtains it. Those who are imbued with the Naam, they find everlasting peace. But those without the Naam, those burn in egoism. By great good fortune, some contemplate Vahiguru's Naam. Through the God's name, all sorrows are eradicated. He dwells within the heart and pervades the external universe as well. O Nanak, the Creator God Himself knows all. बसंत महला तीजा एक दुखे तेरा किया क्यों जंत देह न जापी याद मंत गुण आँख विचारी मेरी माए हर जप हर कै लगो पाए रहाओ गुरु प्रसाद लागे नाम स्वाद काहे जन्म गवाहो वैरवाद गुरु कृपा कीन्ही चूका अभिमान सहज पाए पाया हर नाम उत्तम ऊंचा शब्द काम नानक वखाणे साच नाम. I am just like a worm created by you, O Vahiguru. If you bestow your grace on me, then only I chant your primal mantra. I chant and reflect upon His glorious virtues. O my mother, meditating on the God, I fall at His feet. Pause. By Guru's grace, I am addicted to the favor of the Naam, the name of the God. Why waste our life in hatred and conflict? When the Guru granted his grace, all my egoism was eradicated, and then I obtained God's name with intuitive ease. The most lofty and exalted occupation is to contemplate the word of the Shabad. O Nanak, I chant the true name. बसंत महला तीजा बनस्पत मौली चढ़या बसंत एह मन मौलिया सतगुरु संग तुम साचित आहो मुग्ध मना ता सुख पाओ मेरे मना रहाओ इत मन मौलिय भया आनंद अमृत फल पाया नाम गोविंद. All the plants have blossomed forth as the season of spring has come. This mind blossoms forth in association with true Guru. Let us meditate on true God. O foolish mind, only then you shall find peace. O my mind, pause. This mind blossoms forth and I am in ecstasy. I am blessed with the ambrosial fruit of the Naam, the name of God of the universe. एको एक सब आँख वखाणै, हुक्म भूजै ताई को जाणै। कहत नानक हों में कहे न कोय, आखण वेखण सब साहिब ते होए। Everyone speaks and says that the God is the one and only. By understanding the hukum of His command, we come to know that one God. O Nanak, no one can describe that God by speaking through ego. All speech and insight comes from our God and Master. बसंत महला तीजा, सब जुग तेरे कीते हुए। सतगुरु पेटै मत बुध हुए, हर जियो आपे लयो मिलाए। गुर के शब्द सच नाम समाए रहाओ, मन बसंत हरे सब लोए। फुले फुलिए राम नाम सुख होए, सदा बसंत गुर शब्द विचारे। राम नाम राखे उर तारे, मन बसंत तन मन हरिया होए। नानक हो तन बिरख राम नाम फल पाए सोए। All the ages they were created by you, O Vaheguru. Meeting with Satguru, one's intellect becomes awakened. O dear God, please blend me with yourself and let me merge in true name through the word of Guru Shabad. Pause. When the mind is in spring, all people blossoming forth and flowering through God's name, peace is obtained. Contemplating the word of Guru Shabad, one remains in spring forever. With God's name, let us enshrine it in our heart. When the mind is in spring, the body and mind are rejuvenated. O Nanak, this mind is the tree which bears the fruit of God's name. बसंत महला तीजा, तिन बसंत जो हर गुण गाए। पूरे पाग हर भगत कराए, इस मन को बसंत की लगाई न सोए। इह मन जल्या दूजै दोए, रहाओ इह मन तंदै बांधा कर्म कमाए। माया मूठा सदा बिल्लाए, इह मन छूटै जां सतगुर पेटै। जम काल की फिर आवे ना फेटै, इह मन छूटा गुर लिया छड़ाए। नानक माया मोह शब्द जलाए। Only those beings remain in the spring season who sing glorious praises of God. They come to worship God with devotion through their perfect destiny. This mind is not even touched by spring. This mind is burnt by duality and double-mindedness. Pause. This mind remains entangled in worldly affairs, creating more and more karma. Enchanted by Maya, it cries out in suffering forever. This mind is released only when it meets with the true Guru, Satguru. Then this mind does not suffer beatings by messenger of death. This mind is released when the Guru emancipates it. O Nanak, attachment to Maya is burnt through Guru's word. बसंत महला तीजा, बसंत चढ़या फूली बन राए। एह जी जंत फूल है हर चित लाए। इन विदेह मन हरया होए, हर हर नाम जपै दिन राते। गुरमुख हों मैं कड्ढै तोए, रहाओ सतगुरु बाणी शब्द सुनाए। एह जग हरया सतगुरु पाए। The spring has come and all plants are flowering. These beings and creatures blossom forth when they focus their consciousness on Vaheguru. In this way, the mind blossoms forth, chanting the name of God Har Har day and night. Egoism is removed and washed away from the Gurmukhs. Pause. The true Guru speaks the Bani of the word and the Shabad, the word of God. This universe blossoms forth in its greenery through the love of true Guru, Satguru. One blossoms forth in flower and fruits when the God himself wills. One is attached to the God, the primal root of all. when he finds the true Guru. The God himself is the season of spring. The whole world is his garden. O Nanak, this most unique devotional worship comes through perfect destiny only. बसंत हिंडोल महला तीजा करे दूजा एक ओंकार सतगुर प्रसाद गुर की बाणी विठों वारया पाई गुर शब्द विठों बल जाए गुर सालाही सद अपना पाए गुर चरणी चित लाए मेरे मन राम नाम चित लाए मन तन तेरा हरया होवे एक हर नामा फल पाए रहाओ गुर राखे से उबरे पाई हर रस अमृत पियाए विचों हो में दुख उठ गया पाई सुख उठा मन आए. I'm sacrificed to the word of Guru's Bani, O siblings of destiny. I am devoted and dedicated to the word of Guru Shabas. I praise my Guru forever. O siblings of destiny, I focus on Guru's feet. O my mind, focus your consciousness on Vaheguru's Naam. Your mind and body shall blossom forth in lush greenery, and you shall obtain the fruit of the name of one God. Pause. Those who are protected by the Guru, they are saved. They drink in the ambrosial nectar of God's sublime essence. The pain of egoism within them is eradicated, O siblings of destiny, and peace comes to dwell in their minds. Turapi jinnanu bakshyon pai shabde layan milaye तूड़ तिना के औकल्य पाई सतसंग मेल मिलाए आप कराए करे आप पाई जिन हरया किया सब कोय नानक मन तन सुख सद वसै पाई शब्द मिलावा होए. Those whom the primal God himself forgives, those siblings of destiny, they are united to the word of the Shabad. The dust of their feet brings emancipation. In the company of true congregation, we unite with the God. He himself does and causes all that is being done. O siblings of destiny, he makes everything blossoms forth in green abundance. O Nanak, peace fills within their minds and bodies forever. O siblings of destiny, they remain imbued with Shabad. राग बसंत महला चौथा कर पहला एक तुके एक ओंकार सतगुर प्रसाद ज्यों पसरी सूरज किरण जोत त्यों कट कट रमैया ओत पोत एको हर रवया श्रम थाई गुर शब्दी मिलै मेरी माए रहाओ कट कट अंतरे को हर सोए गुर मिलिया एक प्रगट होए एको एक रहया भरपूर साकत नर लोभी जाने दूर एको एक वरतै हर लोए नानक हर एको करे सो होए. Just like the light of sun rays spread out, the God permeates each and every heart through and through. The one God is permeating and pervading all places. Through the word of Guru Shabad we merge with him. O my mother, pause. The one God is deep within every heart. Meeting with the Guru, one God becomes manifested, radiating forth. The one and only true God is present everywhere. The greedy, faithless, cynics think that he is far away. The one and only God is everywhere. O Nanak, whatever he does happens. बसंत महला चौथा रैन दिनस दुए सदे पए मन हर सिमरो अंत सदा रख ले हर हर चेत सदा मन मेरे सब आलस दुख पंज प्रभ पाया गुरमत गाहो गुण प्रभ खेरे रहाओ मनमुख फिर हो में मुए काल दैत संघारे जमपुर गए गुरमुख हर 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 लिव लागे, जन्म मरण दो दुख पागे, भगत जना को हर कृपा तारी, गुरु नानक तुठा मिलया बनवारी। Day and night, the two calls are sent out, O mortal, meditate in remembrance of one God who protects you forever and saves you in the end. Concentrate on that God, her, O my mind. God, the destroyer of all depression, suffering, is found through Guru's teachings. Singing the glorious praises of God, pause. The selfie manmukhs die of their egoism over and over again. They are destroyed by the demons of death and they go to city of death. Gurmukhs, they remain lovingly attached to Vaheguru. Their pains of both birth and death are taken away. Vaheguru showers his mercy on his humble devotees. O Nanak, you have shown mercy to me. I have met the God of the forest. बसंत हिंडोल महला चौथा, करे दूजा एक ओंकार सतगुर प्रसाद। राम नाम रतन कोठड़ी, गढ़ मंदिर एक लुकानी, सतगुर मिलै ता खोजियै, मिल ज्योति ज्योत समानी। माधो साधु जन देव मिलाए, देखत दरस पाप सब नासे, पवित्र परम पद पाए। रहाओ पंच छोर मिर लागे नगरिया, राम नाम तन हिरया, गुरमत खोज परे तब पकरे, तन साबत रासु भरया। Vaheguru's name is a jewel hidden in the chamber of palace of body fortress. When one meets Satguru, then one is able to search and find it, and the light emerges with the divine light. O Vaheguru, please lead me to meet with this holy person, the Guru. Gazing upon the blessed vision of his darshan, all my sins are erased and I obtain the supreme sublime pure status. Pause. The five thieves join together and plunder the body village, stealing the wealth of God's name. But through Guru's teachings, they are traced and caught, and this wealth is recovered intact. पाखंड परमो पावकर थाके, हृद अंतर माया माया, साधु पुरख पुरख पत पाया, अज्ञान अंधेर गवाया। जगन्नाथ जगदीश गुसाई, कर कृपा साध मिलावे, नानक शांत होवे मन अंतर, नित हृदय हर गुण गावे। Practicing hypocrisy and superstition, people have grown weary of all efforts. Deep within their hearts they yearn for Maya, but grace of holy person comes. Then we meet that God, the primal being, and the darkness of ignorance is dispelled. The God, primal being, the God of the earth, the God of the universe, in His mercy leads me to meet the holy person, the Guru. O Nanak, peace then comes to abide within my mind, and I constantly sing the glorious praises of God within my heart. बसंत मुहल्ला चौथा हिंडोल, तुम वड पुरख वडगम गुसाई, हम कीरे किरुम तुमंछे, हर दीन दयाल करो प्रभु कृपा, गुरु सतगुर चरण हम बन छे। गोविंद जियो सतसंगत मेल कर कृप छे, जन्म जन्म के किल मिख मिल परया, मिल संगत कर प्रभु हन छे। रहाओ तुम राजन जात जाता, हर जप्यो पतित पविछे, हर कियो सगल पवन के ऊपर, हर शोभा हर प्रभु दिन छे। You are the greatest supreme being, vast, inaccessible God of this universe. I am just like an insect, a worm created by you. O merciful God, please grant your grace. I long for the feet of the Guru, Satguru. O dear God of the universe, be merciful to me and unite me with the Sat Sangat, the true congregation. I was overflowing with the filthy sins of countless past lives, but joining the Sangat, Vaheguru has made me pure again. pause. Your humble servant, whether of high class or low class, O Vaheguru, by meditating on you, the sinner becomes pure. The God exalts and elevates such a person above the whole world, and the God blesses such a person with true glory. जात जात कोई प्रभ त्यावै, सब पूरे मानस तिन छे, सो तन वड्डे वड पूरे हर जन, जिन हर तार्यो हर उर्छे। हम टींडे टीम बहुत अत पारी, हर तार कृपा प्रभ मिल छे, जन नानक गुरु पाया हर तुठे, हम किए पतित पविछे। Those who meditate on Vaheguru, whether high caste or low caste, they have all their hopes and desires fulfilled. Those humble servants of God who enshrine the God when their hearts are blessed and they are made great and totally perfect. I am low, I am utterly heavy lump of clay. Please shower your mercy on me, O Vaheguru, and unite me with yourself. The God, in His mercy, O Nanak, has led this servant to find the Guru. I was a sinner, and now I have become immaculate and pure. बसंत हिंडोल महला चौथा, मेरा एक खिन मनुआ रह ना सकै, नित हर हर नाम रस गीधे, जो बारिक रसक परयो थन माता, थन काढ़े बिलल बिलीधे। गोविंद जियो मेरे मन तन नाम हर भीधे, वडै भाग गुर सतगुरु पाया, विच काया नगर हर सीधे। रहाओ जन के सास सास हैं जेते, हर बिरह प्रभु हर बीधे। जो जल कमल प्रीत अत पारी, बिन जल देखे सुख लीधे। My mind is not able to survive for an instant without that God. I drink continuously the sublime essence of the name of God, Har Har. It is like a baby who joyfully takes milk from mother, but when that is withdrawn, baby starts crying. O dear God of universe, my mind and body are pierced through by the name of God. By great good fortune, I found the Guru, the true Guru, and in the body village the God has revealed Himself. Pause. Each and every breath of God's humble servant is pierced through with the love of God, as the lotus is totally in love with the water and withers away without seeing the water. Same way, I am in love with Vaheguru. Jan japyo naam niranjan narhar, उपदेश गुरु हर प्रीधे। जन्म जन्म की हो में मल निकसी, हर अमृत हर जल नीधे। हमरे करम न बिच रहो ठाकुर, तुम पैज रखो अपनी धे। हर पावे सुन बिनो बिनंती, जन नानक शरण पविदे। Vaheguru's humble servant chants immaculate Naam of Vaheguru through Guru's teaching, and the God reveals Himself. The filth of egoism which stained me for countless lifetimes is now gone, washed by the ambrosial water of ocean of God. Please do not take my karma into account, O Vaheguru. O Master, please save the honor of your slave. O Vaheguru, if it pleases you, hear my prayer. O Nanak, I am your servant, I seek your sanctuary. बसंत हिंडोल महला चौथा, मन खिन खिन परम परम, बहुत आवे दिल कर नहीं वासा पाइयै। गुरु अंकस शब्द दारू सिर तार्यो, कर मंदर आण वसाइयै। गोबिंद जियो सतसंगत मेल हर ध्यायै, हौ में रोग गया सुख पाया, हर सहज समाध लगाइयै। रहाओ each and every moment my mind roams and rambles and runs all over the place. It does not stay in its own home even for an instant. But when the bridle of Shabad, the word of God, is placed over its head, it returns to dwell in its own home. O dear God of the universe, please lead me to join the Satsangat, the true congregation, so I may meditate on you. I'm cured of diseases of egoism and I've found peace. I'm intuitively entered into the state of Samadhi. Pause. कर रतन लाल बहु माणिक लादे मन प्रमया लहना सखाए ज्यो ओढ़ा कूप गुहज खिन काढ़े त्यों सतगुर वस्त लहाए जिन ऐसा सतगुर साध न पाया ते त्रिग त्रिग नर जीवाय जन्म पदार्थ पुन फल पाया कौड़ी बदल जाय मधुसूदन हर तार प्रभु कृपा कर कृपा गुरु मिलाय जन नानक निर्वाण पद पाया मिल साधु हर गुण गाय. The jewel of detachment, along with the gem of God's love and the pearl of God's remembrance, they are all lying hidden within the mind, but due to dual-mindedness, these virtues cannot be obtained. The Guru's guidance alone could help us in realizing these virtues, just as the place of a hidden well is known through the expert who knows its location. Cursed is the life of person who has not sought the support of noble Guru. This human life is given to us as a reward for our earlier noble deeds, but the faithless person wastes this life in fruitless things. O God, destroyer of our egoism, may you bless me with the company of Guru through your grace and benevolence. O Nanak, let us sing the praises of God in the company of those holy saints who have attained the highest state of equipoise. बसंत हिंडोल महला चौथा आवण जाण भया दुख बिख्या देह मनमुख सुंजी सुंज राम नाम खिन पल नहीं चेत्या जम पकड़े काल सुलंज गोविंद जियो बिख होमे ममता मुंज सत संगत गुर की हर प्यारी मिल संगत हर रस पुंज रहाओ सतसंगत साध दया कर मेलो शरणागत साधु पंज हम डूबदे पाथर काढ़ ले हो प्रभु तुम दीन दयाल दुख पंज. Coming and going, one suffers the pains of vice and corruption. The body of self-will Manmukh is desolate and vacant. He does not dwell on God's name even for an instant, and messenger of death seizes such a person by hair. O dear God of universe, rid me of the poison of egoism. The Sat Sangat, Guru's true congregation, is dear to the God. So join the Sangat and taste the sublime essence of God. Pause. Please be kind to me and unite me with the true congregation. I seek the sanctuary of holy. I am heavy stone sinking down. Please lift me up and pull me out, O Vaheguru. You are the destroyer of sorrow. हरुस्तत तारो हृदंतर स्वामी सतसंगत मिल बुध लंज हर नामे हम प्रीत लगाने हम हर विट्टो कुम वंज जन के पूर मनोरथ हर प्रभ हर नाम देवो हर लंज जन नानक मन तन मन भया है गुरु मंत्र दियो हर पंज. I enshrine praises of God and Master within my heart. Joining Sat Sangat, my intellect is enlightened. I've fallen in love with God's Naam. I'm sacrificed to Him. O dear God, fulfill the desire of your humble servant and bless me with your Naam. O Nanak, I'm your servant. My mind and body is filled with ecstasy. The Guru has blessed me with the mantra of God's name. बसंत महला पंजमा कर पहला दुत के एक ओंकार सतगुर प्रसाद गुरु सेवो कर नमस्कार. आज हमारे मंगल चार आज हमारे महानंद चिंत लथे बेटे गोविंद आज हमारे गृह बसंत गुण गाए प्रभु तुम बेअंत रहाओ. Let us serve the Guru and humbly bow to him. Today is the day of celebration for us. Today we are in supreme bliss. My anxiety is dispelled and I've met the God of the universe. Today it is springtime in my household. I sing your glorious praises, O infinite God. Pause. आज हमारे बने फाग, प्रभु संगी मिल खेलन लाग, होली कीनी संत सेव, रंग लगात लाल देव, मन तन मोलियो वतनूप, सूखे नाही छाव तूप, सगली रुति हरिया होए, सद बसंत गुर मिले देव, बिरख जम्यो है पार जात, फूल लगे फल रतन पात, त्रिपत घाने हर गुणे गाए, जिन नानक हर 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 ध्याए. Today I am celebrating the festival of Falcon. Joining God's companions, I have begun to play and celebrate the festival of Holi by serving the saints. I am imbued with the deep crimson color of God's divine love. My mind and body have blossomed forth in incomparable beauty. They do not dry out in either sunshine or shade. They flourish in all seasons. It is always springtime when I meet with Divine Guru. The wish-fulfilling elation tree has sprouted and grown. It bears flowers and fruits, jewels of all sorts. I am satisfied, I am fulfilled, singing the glorious praises of God. O Nanak, I am your servant. I meditate on God. Har Har. Basant Mahila Panjama, हटवाणी तनुमाल हाट गीत, जुआरे जुए माही चीत, अमली जीवै अमल खाए, त्यों हर जन जीवै हर त्याए, अपने रंग सब को रचाए, जित प्रभ लाया तित तित लगाए. रहाओ. The shopkeeper deals in merchandise for profit. The gambler's consciousness keeps focusing on gambling. The opium addict lives by consuming opium. In the same way, the humble servant of God lives by meditating on God. Everyone is absorbed in one's own pleasures. He is attached to whatever God attaches him to. Pause. मेघ समय मोर नृतकार, चंद देख बिगसै कौलार, माता बारिक देख नंद, त्यों हर जन जीवै जप गोविंद. सिंह रुचै सद पूजन मास, रण देख सूरे चितुलास, किरपन को अत तन प्यार, हर जन को हर हर आधार. सर्व रंग एक रंग माहे, सर्व सुखा सुख हर कै नाए, तिसे प्राप्ति हो निधान, नानक गुर जिस करे दान. When the clouds and the rain comes, the peacock dances, seeing the moon, the lotus blossoms. When the mother sees her infant, she is happy. In the same way, the humble servant of God lives by meditating on God of the universe. The tiger always wants to eat meat. Gazing upon the battlefield, the warrior's mind is exalted. The miser is totally in love with his wealth. The humble servant of God leans on the support of God. Har Har. All love is contained in the love of one God. All comfort is contained in the comfort of God's name. We alone receives this treasure, O Nanak, unto whom the Guru gives this gift. बसंत महला पंजमा, तिस बसंत जिस प्रभ कृपाल, तिस बसंत जिस गुर दयाल, मंगल तिस कै जिस एक काम, तिस सद बसंत जिस हृदय नाम. ग्रह ताके बसंत गनी, जाके कीर्तन हर तुनी रहाओ. प्रीत पार ब्रह्म मौल मना, ज्ञान कमाये पूछ जना. सुतपसी जिस साध संग, सद त्यानी जिस गुरहि रंग. He alone experiences the springtime of the soul, unto whom God grants His grace. He alone experiences this springtime of the soul, unto whom the Guru is merciful. Only such beings remain joyful who work for one God. Only such beings experience the eternal springtime of their soul, within whose heart the name of God abides. This spring comes only to those homes in which the melody of Kirtan of Vaheguru's praises resounds. Pause. Motto: have your love for Supreme God blossom forth by practicing spiritual wisdom and consulting the humble servants of God. Only such beings are ascetic who join Satsangat, the company of holy. Those alone dwell in deep, continuous meditation who love their Guru. से निरपाव जिन पाओ पया, सो सुखिया जिस ब्रह्म गया, सोई कांति जिस हृदा थाए, सोई नेचल साच ठाए। एका खोजै एक प्रीत, दर्शन परसन हित चीत, हर रंग रंगा सहज मान, नानक दास तिस जन कुर्बान। Only such beings are fearless who have fear of God. Only those beings remain peaceful whose doubts are dispelled. Only such beings are hermits whose heart is steady and stable. Only those are steady and unmoving who have found the true place. Those who seek one God and love one God, those who love to gaze upon blessed vision